Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Monday, March 20th, 2023, first day of spring. Time is 11:35 a.m. Jersey time. Okay, so I posted a story the other day on the Facebook page, Gunnison Undercover, and I encourage everybody to go there because every day I am posting a story about a bad cop, a bad douchebag blue line gang member getting arrested or sentenced. And this story popped up the other day. They're not giving me a date on it, but it was said Friday, so what's the day? 20, 19, 18, 17, so I know March 17th it came out. And this is reported on, I got it on MSN.com. Law and Crime, that's what the website is. And it reads, police officer sues sheriff's deputy over attack by K9 named Thor during suspect chase. And there's the story right there. I will put the link in the description for you. So if you want to hear me rambling on, you can just go right to the link. A Minnesota police officer is suing a sheriff's deputy over a dog bite from a police-trained K9 dog that said he should not have been let off the leash. Thor is seen biting Champlin police officer Daniel Irish. Daniel Irish was an officer with the Champlin Police Department in March 2022 when he was called to support Keith McNamara, a Hennepin County Sheriff's deputy, in apprehending a driver who fled a traffic stop. Imagine that, fled a traffic stop, and it all came down to all this. See, this is why they need to stop chasing after cars. At the time, McNamara on duty with a K9 named Thor. According to the complaint, the suspect fled law enforcement at about 2:30 p.m. on March 22nd, 2022, losing control of his vehicle near a cemetery before fleeing on foot. Irish notes in the complaint that the cemetery was adjacent to an apartment complex and a special education school on acres of outdoor space where one would reasonably expect to encounter the general public. Despite the likely presence of any number of innocent civilians, Irish said in the complaint McNamara deployed Thor off the leash to track and apprehend the suspect without giving any warning. Defendant McNamara knew that releasing Thor off leash to track and apprehend the suspect would result in Thor biting the first person he encounters, the complaint said. According to the lawsuit, Thor attacked Irish almost instantly. Irish's body-worn camera shows that Thor attacked him the moment Irish opened his Champlin car door to pursue the suspect on foot, the complaint says. I opened my squad door and attempted to give the suspect commands, and all of a sudden, Hennepin County K9 grabbed a hold of my left arm and started to bite. Irish said in his report from that day, according to the complaint, I was attempting to control the K9 and give the suspect commands the best that I could while I was getting bit in the arm and legs. According to the complaint, body-worn camera footage shows Thor failing to obey McNamara's commands to release Irish. The suspect, meanwhile, had fled the cemetery and crossed a ravine, making his way toward an apartment complex. Although he was eventually apprehended by Thor, who got a hold of the suspect by his leg, Irish insists in the complaint that McNamara recklessly allowed his K9 partner to go after the police officer. McNamara intended for Thor to seize the first person he encountered. Thor did seize the first person he encountered, and Irish was that person, the complaint says. Both the suspect, who was placed under arrest, and Irish were hospitalized, the complaint notes. Irish was given a tetanus shot and antibiotics, but later developed a serious skin infection that called for more medication. He was also diagnosed with colitis that, according to medical records, could have resulted from the first antibiotic he was given. Irish says he missed months of work due to his injuries, resulting infections and subsequent long-term effects. He is alleging violation of his Fourth Amendment protections against excessive force and unreasonable seizures, and is seeking an undetermined amount of damage covering lost wages, medical expenses, and legal costs, as well as punitive damages. McNamara caused Irish Fourth Amendment rights to be violated by his objectively unreasonable use and deployment of Thor, and by his failure to reasonably warn Irish and others before releasing the canine off leash to track and apprehend the suspect, the complaint says. McNamara subjected Irish to these deprivation either maliciously or by acting with reckless disregard for whether his rights would be violated. A representative for the Champlin Police Department, which is not involved in the case, told Law and Crime that Irish left the department last year. The Hennepin County Sheriff's Office did not immediately reply to Law and Crime's request for a comment. Okay, how long have I been saying this about these goddamn mutts? These vicious Belgian Malinois shepherds that they get. They get them because they are... Now, I posted something on there that said that these are vicious animals. I said this on Facebook, and somebody came back and says, well, they're loving dogs and they're trained that way. And I said, well, I agree with that, but each breed of dog has traits. You get a beagle. A beagle likes to bark. It likes to hunt. You get a shepherd. What do you call those? I don't know, those herding dogs, sheep dogs. They like to herd animals. It's like each dog has its own traits, and they go for these shepherds, this particular shepherd, because it's lightweight, but it's vicious. And they train them to be vicious. They exploit that trait of that animal. And they use these animals, one, to violate your rights, your Fourth Amendment rights. They go and they bite you and they rip the shit out of you and you have to get stitches. In the case of this officer, he got ripped apart, he got stitches, and he got sick because, who knows, that dog is probably licking his ass. We all know dogs lick their ass, so that dog is probably licking his ass and then bit that man, and the germs got in there, and then this guy has a boatload of problems. They also use these mutts to circumvent search warrants. And studies show that majority of the time these dogs are wrong. They are not detecting anything. And we all know that the Blue Line douchebag gang members that have these dogs have secret hand signals that they give these dogs so that the dog will give them a reaction, so that gives them a probable cause to get into your car. So that's the next problem with that. Now, the other thing I find disturbing is that they parade these little canine mutts to school children, and they try to portray them as being such cuddly, cute doggies and everything, and there's nothing cute or cuddly about these mutts. These mutts are dangerous. They should not be allowed in law enforcement, and just because they're using a dog, why does that mean that, you know, if a cop went out and bit somebody's leg and ripped the shred out of the guy's or person's flesh, would that officer not have a problem? So why is it okay for a mutt to go rip somebody who's running away and get their flesh ripped apart and have to get stitches and everything else? So, you know, where's the legal justification for that? It's all bullshit as far as I'm concerned, and I will continue my what do you call it, whatever, to expose these mutts for what they are and put an end to it. And the other thing I find very interesting about the story, which is another reason why I posted and doing the video, is that you have one Blue Line gang member suing another gang chapter and targeting another gang member, and I just can imagine how much crap he probably took back at his own gang house for doing that. I mean, an officer suing another officer, another agency, and an officer, that's the first time I'm ever hearing a story like that. So I find that very interesting that that is happening, and yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard this story. I hope this officer, Irish, gets a lot of money. I hope they pay him $1 million. And maybe he can go around and start championing a cause to put an end to these damn vicious canine mutts, because that's what they are. They serve no purpose other than to hurt people. I've watched videos. I know I did a story, and I think I include the video in it, but I saw a video where there's a guy in a car. They stop the car, and he's not cooperating with the police. So rather than the police just get the pepper spray out or break the window, whatever, you know, they I think they broke the window, and then they let, or maybe the window was open already. Who the hell knows? But anyway, they let that canine mutt jump into the car, and this dog just starts ripping the crap out of this guy. I saw another video where they go to a guy's house, and they go into the house, they let the mutt loose. The guy's sitting on a couch watching TV. All of a sudden, the dog jumps up, grabs him on the face like that. It starts, you know, the dog's instinct is just to start ripping like that. That's what they all do. I saw that other video, the famous one, where the black lady's out by the dumpster throwing the garbage out, and all of a sudden this canine mutt gets a hold of her arm and won't let go, won't follow the commands or anything. Oh, there's nothing cute about these mutts. They need to stop. And you Blue Line gang members out there, you need to stop taking these dogs and trying to humanize them by, you know, they put things up on their Facebook. Oh, today is Canine Mutt's birthday. Yay! Then they got another one. Oh, Canine Mutt's retiring. Oh, we had to put Canine Mutt down. Oh, and then they show pictures of these mutts at schools. And we all know about the video I did a while back where a little kid, I'm pretty sure I did a video about it. There was a little kid, they had a canine mutt there, and the mutt lounged at the little kid. The kid's like 5 years old. He's out trying to have a good day with his father, and the dog got a hold of it and put all these bite marks into the kid's face. The kid's traumatized. But you know what, people? The Blue Line dick-sucking mother effers out there will still blindly support them. Oh, well, you know, if you're just following his instructions, you know, if you weren't breaking the law, yeah, well, if you weren't sucking their dick every day, they wouldn't be out there doing all this crap to people. I'm John Van Dyke for New Jersey Exposed. Put the link in the description. I got another video I found of Canine Thor. I'm pretty sure it's the same dog where he attacked a woman. A woman, she got shorts on, it's summertime, and this dog, instead of these cops pepper spraying, I'm sorry people, I'm rambling again, but, you know, they don't want to use pepper spray. They want to use things that hurt you. See, if they let the dog go, the dog did anyway, the lady got attacked by Thor. So, it's disgusting. That's all I can say. And it all gets enabled by these Blue Line dick-sucking efforts who blindly support them and turn a blind eye to all the crap that the Blue Line douchebag gang club is doing to Americans across America on the daily. Till next time.
Put your hands on the back. I haven't done nothing. No. You ain't gonna do me dirty. No.
Bucket! On the ground! On the ground now! Ow! On the ground! Thor! Ow!
Get on the ground.
Thor! Ow!
The whole channel.
Ow! Food! Ow!
Behind your back. Hands behind your back. Do not move. Put your hands behind your back.
Get the dog off me!
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. You won't be bit again.
Get the dog away from me!
Behind your back.
I'm scared!